Arkham City is the next game in the Arkham series. Unlike Arkham Asylum, this time it takes place in a new super prison called Arkham City. The backstory of this game is in two series of comics, one also called Arkham City and the other called Arkham Unhinged. And plans for the prison were found in the previous game as an Easter egg. The plot of the comics revolves around the construction of the prison, what happened to Joker at the end of Asylum, and how he got into Arkham City, the escalating gang war between Joker, Penguin, and Two-Face, etc. There's also an epilogue comic, which leads into the game's final DLC, which of course that'll just be spoiling the game for those who haven't played it yet, so I won't say what it's about. I won't tell you how Batman got inside Arkham City, it's just he got in the easy way. The gameplay has been expanded upon, since you're not restricted to confines of Arkham Asylum and are now traveling in a more open environment. The combat system of the game now allows you to counter up to 3 thugs at the same time, use even more gadgets to your advantage, and the thugs use other weapons like knives, broken bottles, extinguishers, riot shields, and few others, forcing you to counter in a different way. Predator can now happen in an open area, forcing you to use completely different tactics to deal with the armed thugs. Since you're inside a much larger environment, you'll be gliding, grappling more often. Of course, this can be remedied by unlocking an upgrade in a side mission, which makes you go faster. It should be noted that in the PC version of City and copies of the game that had the Catwoman DLC, some points of the game you'll switch from Batman to Catwoman, playing from her side of the story. The combat system when using Catwoman is faster as she's more agile in style, but uses fewer gadgets than Batman. And it should be noted that the combat upgrades can be used by both Batman and Catwoman, so you don't have to worry about said upgrade for both. However, if you're in the Predator room or exploring the city, be prepared to constantly use that whip and those claws for climbing up walls, cause you have to time those jumps so you have to get to the top of the building. If you happen to beat the game, you'll unlock New Game Plus mode, which allows you to use gadgets that you've acquired and unlock in your first playthrough, carry over any completed regular challenges, as well as upgrades and use DLC costumes if you have them. There's also a downside to this, as the combat system has been altered a bit to make things harder, like removing queues for countering and the more elite thugs appearing much earlier in the game. You can only play New Game Plus in normal and hard modes, so don't expect to unlock it in easy mode. The game is perhaps the best entry in the Arkham series by far. The script was actually pretty good, especially the stories told by the thugs and political prisoners before trying in to them up or spook them to death, giving some bits of backstory of some of the characters in the Arkham universe. There are also more Easter eggs from the alternative ending and to hints of the next game in the series. If you don't like Asylum, you'll definitely like City. And it's also a good idea to complete the main story before getting into the story DLC and the prequel game not made by Rocksteady.